So you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing, right? You're posting consistently, your content looks great, but you're getting zero clients. It is one of the most frustrating feelings for any business owner. In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly why this happens and, way more importantly, what actually works, all based on the insights from our source article. Does this sound familiar? Like, really familiar? You're putting in all the hours, all the effort, but the results just aren't showing up. It honestly feels like you're just shouting into the void. If that's you, the first thing I want you to know is that you are absolutely not alone. Get this, a staggering 70% of small and medium-sized businesses really struggle to make their content marketing work. So the crucial thing to realize here is that this isn't some kind of personal failure. It's a systemic problem. But what is that problem exactly? Okay, let's dive into this, because the real reason for all this struggle is often hiding behind some really common myths. We have to clear these out of the way before we can even get to the real root of the issue. This is the big one, the usual suspect. We've all heard it, and hey, maybe we've even said it ourselves. It's the go-to explanation when our posts don't perform. But what if the algorithm isn't the bad guy we've made it out to be? So here's the real deal. The algorithm is neutral. It's just a tool. Its only job is to show people more of what they already find interesting. It doesn't have feelings, it doesn't pick favorites, and it definitely does not hate you. All it does is respond to signals from the audience. And low engagement? Well, that sends a signal that your content isn't hitting the mark, so it shows it to fewer people. Simple as that. And check this out. On average, only about 4% of your followers will see your post organically. Just 4%. That's a tiny number. So if that small initial audience doesn't engage, your reach pretty much stops right there. See, the algorithm isn't punishing you, it's just responding to a lack of relevance. And this leads us right into the next really damaging belief. This idea that the solution to low reach is just to post more, just flood the feed with content. This is the kind of thinking that leads directly to burnout and, ironically, even worse results. This really frames the core issue perfectly. So many businesses are optimizing for the wrong metric, volume. They're totally focused on how often they post. But the metric that truly moves the needle is relevance, how deeply your content aligns with a specific audience. Shouting louder just won't work if nobody cares about what you're saying. So, okay, if it's not the algorithm and it's not about posting more, what is the actual reason your content isn't connecting? The answer is surprisingly simple, but it's the one thing that most businesses completely overlook. This quote from a real business owner says everything. The struggle isn't about being creative or not working hard enough. It's about a missing foundation. It's about not having a clear, data-driven understanding of who you are actually talking to. And this is not an isolated problem, not at all. The data shows that nearly 3/4 of small businesses are creating content based on pure guesswork, assumptions. Only 28% have a documented strategy that's rooted in actual research. This right here, this is the heart of the problem. And the consequences of all this guesswork are probably exactly what you're experiencing. You create content that gets a few likes but never leads to a sale. Your messages feel generic because you're trying to appeal to everyone, which means you end up connecting with no one. But what if there was a way to move from just guessing to actually growing? A system that could turn random posting into a predictable client engine? Well, this is where the source article introduces a solution called the Real Framework. The framework is built on 4 key pillars. You've got R for research, to build that solid strategic foundation. E for evaluation, to test and validate what's actually working. A for automation, so you can scale your successes efficiently. And L for long-lasting, to turn your content into valuable assets that keep working for you. So, the crucial point behind this whole system, the big idea, is this simple but super powerful principle. You must do the market analysis first. Understand your customer, your competitors, and your unique place in the market before you create a single piece of content. And the results of this approach? They're pretty staggering. A real estate agency in Hong Kong was just posting listings with almost no engagement. By applying this framework, they saw a 50 times increase in video impressions and a huge jump in qualified client inquiries, 50 times. And here's another example for you. A UK magazine for Hong Kong professionals used this strategic approach to build real authority in their niche. The result? They closed a major partnership deal with an international bank. Why? because the bank recognized their deep, deep understanding of the target audience. This wasn't luck, it was pure strategy. So, how do you get from where you are right now, just making noise, to where those businesses are, with a predictable pipeline of clients? The path actually starts with a pretty simple shift in mindset. It all comes down to this one question: what truly separates the daily posts that just disappear into the ether from the content that actually builds a business? And here it is, the single most important takeaway from all of this. It's not the algorithm. It's not your work ethic. The reason you're failing is that your message is too broad. The key to getting clients isn't about reaching more people. It's about connecting more deeply with the right people. Look, what we've covered here has really just scratched the surface. To see the detailed breakdown of the 4-step REAL framework, to learn the exact strategies those businesses used, and to get a step-by-step guide to applying all this to your own work, I highly, highly recommend reading the complete source article. That's where you'll find the full roadmap from posting into the void to building a real client engine. Thanks for tuning in.
If this topic resonates with you, don't forget to comment below. Give this video a like, share with fellow business owners, and hit subscribe to stay updated with more actionable business insights.